Back again, Rodney Coleman, Bokor. A few topics I want to talk about. The first topic of the day is going to be bullshit in New Orleans voodoo. I want to thank everybody for subscribing to my videos. Thank you very much. The little comments climbing up. I appreciate it. Thank you. The topic of bullshit in New Orleans voodoo. Now, undoubtedly, there's a lot of crap going on in the spiritual industry with voodoo, with everybody voodoo, Santeria, Palo, so it's not just here. But one of the reasons why I came out, and I said it before, I was inspired by a young Bokor in Orange, New Jersey, thank you, to come out here and get off the bench. There's a couple of YouTube videos that you might be able to tap into so I can, it adds what I say. I think one was called Love Ritual in New Orleans. It had a Bokor, that's no longer in the city, from where I hear he's in Texas somewhere, doing a love ritual in a cemetery for a young lady who herself at the interview at the beginning of the video said that she was in a relationship for 10 years, wanted the relationship but wanted to be single at the same time. So this ceremony that he did, this Bokor did, was in a cemetery dedicated to Baron Samedi. Okay, I thought that kind of strange myself at the beginning. So as it went on and stuff, he was doing shit that was more lights, camera, and action. He had the little girl turn around 3 times to the left, 3 times to the right, talking about he was going to shake any negative energy that hooked upon her, and it was still in the fucking cemetery. Finished this thing, had a lighter candle, everything like that. Threw some Florida water on some flowers, brushed her, put some incense around her. And then at the end, she was stripped down, damn near buck naked, pouring a love mixture on her. And I think at the bottom of that comment now you can see, I think it was 2 months later, after 10 years, her boyfriend left her. Didn't work. I mean, doing this video about halfway, I figured, this girl just boarded flight 113 bound for failure. Now, I hope this man told her before she left not to go home directly. Take some different turns and stuff that's old and hoodoo in hoodoo in New Orleans, voodoo and voodoo, I guess, in general. So any negative shit can't follow you home. And I'm hoping that he gave her something as she left here. When you get home, take this, pour it in your bath, take a spiritual cleansing. Do a little lave-tete on yourself. Little girl lost her man after 10 years. It could have been anything. I'm not saying that you can't do anything in a cemetery for love to Baron Samedi. I'm just saying that maybe, just maybe, or I had 3 little eyes came to the top of my head that probably worked better for her. If she wanted that kind of commitment in her life, Urzali Danto. All right? Strong Loa, she's going to make sure your relation work, and if you try to stray from that relation, she's going to make a foot in your ass. You had Urzali Freda, you could have used hell. You could have even used Marie Laveau in the spirit of the city, since she was supposed to be elevated to a Loa. Now, I'm not sure if anybody brought her out the waters or anything like that, so I'm not really sure. Then they had another video. I can't remember the name of it. I'm not even sure who the spiritual worker was or whatever like that. Man on the interview said he was a business owner in New Orleans. He was down on his luck a little bit on his business, needed some pep to pick his business up. So in the video, they had the man on his deal someplace by you, and they're standing there fighting like Jedi Knights with machetes. And I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck is this going to do to this man's business? Only thing this man's getting out of is sweating and probably thinking, he's going to get fucked over with a machete. Now, I didn't check back into it or nothing like that, but to me, I think what I felt was the man probably went bankrupt out of his business. Some more lights, cameras, and action. Again, off the top of my head, I could think of a couple of spares, some little eyes to use if he was in a business and stuff like that, needed to pick it up. Bosu came to mind. Put the bull on him. Get the bull to knock all obstacles out of his way. Give him some power. Bring people in. But that's me, That's what I'm talking about, the bullshit. The one certain Bokor I was talking about that did the love work on a little girl that didn't work. Everything he did, everything was Baron Samedi. Everything. Love work, Baron Samedi graveyard. Money work, Baron Samedi graveyard. You know, my business needs to be better, Baron Samedi graveyard. Now I'm not saying a Baron can't do that. He's very powerful. Him and all the barons. Now, Baron Samedi is the patron of Loire of New Orleans. And like everything else, they paint him as cool guy, likes to party, shit like that, forgetting that, one, he's a fucking assassin. Two, if you piss him off, he is going to fuck you up. You know, just a public service announcement, just a warning. Baron, Papa Legba, Ursula Freda, Ogun Ferre, that's all you hear. I guess they're keeping it sterile for the clients and the large amount of tourists that we get. Okay, cool. More business for me, I guess. But that's what I'm saying. You know, people don't want lights, cameras, and action. They want some movement. They want progress. Now, yesterday I made the video and I told you I had two things to check on, one in Gretna and one in the Ninth Ward. The one in Gretna was easy. I didn't know about it. She had a niece come and stay to her house in a couple of weeks. She moved to work to another room so the niece wouldn't see it. Well, that's cool. We got the work set up in another room. Everything. She should be getting movement out of that. I get to the Ninth Ward, talk to the young lady. Now, this job been going on for about 6 weeks to get her boyfriend back. I mean, she started off, look, ain't nothing happening. I ain't getting no movement. He ain't calling me. He ain't texting me. You know, she was talking negative. I said, well, I'm going to take a cue from the young Bokor out of Orange, New Jersey. I'm going to give you money back. I said, the bank's right down the street. Let me go ride to the bank and get your money, refund your money. You know, sorry it didn't work. Well, I got to go to work. You know, my mom was coming in a little while. Y'all should meet each other. You go ahead and give her the money. All right, cool. Get to the bank. The whole time driving to the bank, I'm tripping myself out trying to figure out what I did wrong, why there wasn't no movement yet. Get the money, go back, me and my aunt pulling up at the same time. She said, Rodney, what's wrong? And I told her, I said, you know, she called me up, said there wasn't no movement. She was upset and stuff. You know, she was talking negative, so I got the refund, you know, give her the refund. The woman looked at me, she said, Rodney, I wouldn't give her no money back. Now I'm really tripping. She said, you came here, set everything up, you told her what to do. Don't call him, don't text him, let him make the first move. She said, that lasted about a week and a half. She said, and then I called her texting the boy. She said, after that, a couple of nights later, I hear outside, I go outside, she leaving a voice message for his voicemail, talking about, why you ain't calling me? You don't want me no more? What the fuck's wrong with you? Hang the phone up. Now, what I like about New Orleans is voodoo and hoodoo is so interwoven in the city. Somebody in their family, some generator, and somewhere down the line, somebody practiced hoodoo or voodoo. And if they didn't, they know about it. Now, before I said it, the woman told me, she looked me in the eye, and she said, I told that girl not to move before the spirits. So I felt even better. It wasn't me. I said, look, here's her money. I said, if you don't mind, let's go in the house, we'll put everything in a box, and I'm going to take it. That's what I did. So I felt better. I didn't feel good about the part of the money leaving my account, but I felt better that I didn't have nothing to do with it. So that's what I'm saying. You got to give chance, you know, any work chance. You can't just jump on, you can't move ahead to spiritual. You can't be carnal. You got to put that shit aside. That's some old fish shit. You got to put it to the side. Okay? You got to let the work manifest. You got to let the spirits take the effect. You got to let them move. Okay? I'm going to give a shout out to a young man. I hit my video up. I think it's Jason Stewart. Mr. Stewart, give yourself a shout. Want to do nothing but some love work. Okay, I'm going to hit up on something soon with some love work. I'll give you X, Y, Z. Simple things you can do on your own. If it's more intent or something like that, then you're going to hit me up and see what we can do. I'll give you a consult, see if we can do some work. But I'll give you something X, Y, Z because this is not info videos. I'm not going to tell you what's going on. I can't. You know, I'm not going to tell you stuff over on video, how to set up altars, what to do this, how to do this, fix the candle, all that. I'll give you X, Y, Z, some simple things, common sense things. You know, so I appreciate it. I really do. I got to head out soon. I got to go hit the swamps and the buyers. I'm running low on some of my supplies. I got to go, you know, pick up some stuff. I use a lot of my own stuff. I try not to buy anything offline. My roots, my plants, my oils, my powders, I mix up myself. It takes a while, but I mix it up myself. A lot of people tell me when they use it, man, that's expensive. I could go to online to so-and-so shop and get it much cheaper. Well, go ahead. Get what you're paying for. All right? You might get some luck oil, good luck oil. What, about $10? Only thing you might have up in there is olive oil mixed with some rose oil, some shit like that, or some gold glitter flicked in it. Mine's packed up with all kinds of essential oils. Okay? So you got to watch what you're doing. A lot of that is just, it's curios. You got to sell it as that by law. It's a curio. So you got to kind of watch what you're getting for, you know. But when I'm saying back to the bullshit in New Orleans, you got a lot of history in this city. A lot of culture, a lot of music, a lot of good food. So you got to watch it. I mean, the voodoo shops and stuff like that. A lot of that they're just for the tourists, you know. So like I said, I take care of my own stuff, and it helps out a lot. I'm gonna do a video soon on the history of New Orleans, some of the wordplay, Haitian voodoo. Haitian voodoo and Haitian culture and Haitian Creole. There's wordplay between that and Cajun Creole. Haitian Creole, vampire, is a spirit that can be brought down through petition and everything else to attach itself to a victim. Same thing with rougarou. But here it got wordplay to it. It's different. Cajun Creole is vampire, exactly what it says, vampire. Rougarou is exactly what it means, werewolf, shapeshifter. I'm going to give y'all some tips, not tips, but I'm going to give y'all some insight of what I seen when I was all the years with NOPD. Things that I seen, things that I heard, things that that didn't add up to this day. So I'll hit that video up, be a little bit longer. But this was mainly, get y'all and tell y'all thank y'all for watching my videos. Thank you for hitting me up. Keep going. It's helping me. Like I said, I'm going to fix up something for Mr. Stewart online. I'll shout you a video. Y'all can take it down, give you X, Y, Z what to do on some love work, And if it's something more, you got my number, call me, and we'll see if we can work something out. And that's a little bit more potent, got a little more kick to it, a little more force. Got to get the spirits involved, the law involved. I was asked to do a video on psychic scams. Now, that's something completely different. I'm going to figure, get down and get the wordplay put down right, because that goes by each psychic. I mean, every time you get a reading or something like that, it's just weird. I mean, like reading candles. I never did that. I never showed that. Personally, I think, I don't know if that's bullshit or not. You're reading a candle, coral shells, coconut shells, palm reading. That's all. We got some good here. Got some good people here in New Orleans in a quarter. That's readers. And I've sent a couple of people to them, and they came back and told me they was on point. They was on time. Told me things that they shouldn't have known. So that's cool. We got some good people here in New Orleans. If you're here in New Orleans and you live in the New Orleans area and you need a reading or something like that, and you're not sure where to go to, hit my number up, and I'll give you their name and where they at in the quarter, and you will see these people. Like I said, if you send 3 people over there and all 3 come back saying they telling me stuff they shouldn't have known, they was on time, on point, that's good. So if you need that, hit me up and I'll give you their name and where they at. I'm gonna try to figure out some more names here in New Orleans that do readings that just screw you up. A lot of these shops you go to, you don't even talk to the root worker first. They send you straight for a reading instead of sitting down and talking to you, see if you know what your problem is. Charging the customer before they, for something extra. So this is a short video about some bullshit in New Orleans. If you can find those 2 videos I was talking about, please send them up. The love work in the cemetery and what was going on with the dude that owned the business with the machetes. You're going to see what I'm talking about. Thank everybody for hitting my videos up and subscribing. I appreciate it. This is Bokor, Rodney, Coleman. Like, share, and subscribe.